Somebody else who's on the border and sees this stuff every day is Congressman Tony Gonzales. He's a Republican from Texas. He joins us now. Texas's 23rd district, sir, is where you represent, and that is all along the border. So how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
So, again, your district is all along the border. What do you think of the complaints from Washington, D.C., from New York City, from Chicago, from Massachusetts, that they are kind of overwhelmed and this is inhumane treatment to be busing these folks out of the border areas and up to different places?
Yeah, they're all valid complaints because anybody who is in and around this crisis gets overwhelmed immediately. I represent 42% of the southern border, 823 miles. My cities and towns have been at the forefront of this crisis for nearly 2 years now. And what I'm tired of seeing is the politics that are being played. You know, the governors are getting some flack right now, but here's the reality is in San Antonio, a mayor that is a Democrat is helping bus and fly migrants all over the country. In El Paso, a Democrat mayor is busing and flying people all over the country because you have no choice. I mean, literally right now in El Paso, there are hundreds of migrants sleeping on the floor, sleeping outside in homeless camps. There is no end in sight. In San Antonio, go back to San Antonio. In San Antonio, we have our firefighters that are in these migrant centers. Over 30 firefighters are operating these migrant centers. I say it's Texas now, but wherever you live, wherever you're watching, New York, Florida, Iowa, it doesn't matter. This crisis is only going to spread and consume your city next.
I understand the impetus to say we don't have the resources to cover this, we need more help. But isn't it just passing the buck to somebody else to say we're going to bust them out of here to some other city and then they can deal with them? Shouldn't there be some sort of a concerted plan to take care of this as opposed to just pushing it off to somebody else?
That's the most frustrating aspect of this. You know, where is the Biden administration? Where are House Democrats? I remind everyone that the Democrats control the House, the Senate, and the White House. Their policies have led to this. I look at it as a Republican and go, this can't be just about rhetoric. This has to be about what the Republican Party is going to do to fix this in order to keep our streets safe again. You're going to see the House Republicans roll out this commitment to America on September 23rd. Part of what's going to be in there is how we are going to secure the border. I think once House Republicans secure the border, we can then have a broader conversation on immigration reform. And I think that starts with work visas. So there's a lot of work to be had. Right now, I'm seeing the Democrats that have essentially given up and are just focusing on placing blame.
Congressman, let me butt in right there. Are you willing to work with the current Democrats? You're not currently in the party of the majority in the House, but what are you doing to reach across the aisle to try to get this done? Because you say that Democrats control the Senate. It's true, but the filibuster stops them from getting things done. You're not in the Senate, but what are you doing to reach across the aisle to try to reach a compromise to actually do something about this instead of talking about it?
Yeah, I've jumped up and down from day one. You know, Uvalde is also in my district. I hosted the President of the United States in Uvalde. At the end of that visit, I leaned into the president. I go, Mr. President, this isn't the time or the place, but I would love to sit down with you in the White House and talk about the border crisis that is occurring, because this impacts all of us. Guess what? I have heard crickets from the administration. Myself and Henry Cuellar, he's a Democrat south of me, and Senator Cornyn, a Republican senator in Texas, and Senator Sinema, a Democrat senator in Arizona. We have put pieces of legislation together that not only tackles the border, but also highlights other things. There are tens of thousands of unaccompanied children that we have no idea where they're going. We don't know where the homes are going. After 30 days, they disappear. So regardless of their legal status, these people are forgotten. Who is advocating for them? So yes, I have jumped. Look, and anyone listening, you know, I'm happy to reach out. I want to work with anyone. This can't be about politics. And to your point, this can't be about people pushing this off to somebody else. Somebody has to roll up their sleeves. To me, it starts with House Democrats and it starts with the president.
All right, that's Congressman Gonzales from District 23 in Texas. We thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.